Welcome to Positively Las Vegas, a look at the good things happening around the valley. I'm Kalina Estrinos. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to share the latest stories that showcase the reasons why we love Las Vegas. That means the people, the businesses, and all the activities that make the valley a great place to live. We'll also share fun things to do in Las Vegas each week.
Henderson business owners are restoring the Water Street district, and so in a tasting tour, KTNV now dives deep into that effort. And 13 Action News anchor Rachel Moore now shows us how.
Just to give you a little bit of history, Water Street District was a hot spot during World War II. As explained here by this Henderson Historic Walking Tour marker, this is where workers and their families who were part of the planes and munitions manufacturing industry gathered. And now investors want to give a modern-day twist to the area while still keeping that historic feel. Water Street District is a retail restaurant area with amazing food, new bars, the new lifeguard arena, home to the Henderson Silver Knights, as well as other small businesses that are staples in the district, like bakeries and barber shops, coffee shops, and restaurants. Investors want to reintroduce this area as a place with a more hip and comfortable vibe as Nevada opens up and locals are looking for places to dine and hang out.
We've been here about 2.5 years and it's been tremendous. The city's Water Street is experiencing tremendous growth. A lot of new developments.
So many people remember it from 20, 30 years ago when there really wasn't a whole lot happening here, and now it's such a vibrant place to live, work, and play.
Playing for all ages is for sure, and the new lifeguard arena offering hockey lessons and games and viewing parties happening there. The businesses have come together to launch a new website, waterstreetdistrict.com, and that's a way for them to connect with all the locals. Rachel Moore, 13 Action News.
Well, M&Ms are certainly a favorite candy that many of us have enjoyed since we were kids, but did you know about their connection to Henderson? Well, Ethel M. Chocolates is a familiar name right here in the valley, but it has an unfamiliar story about how and also why it is Nevada built. Yes, it looks good, and oh yes, does it taste good. No. That's why I can't work here.
Right? That's why I shouldn't work here.
No. Ethel M. Chocolate's story begins in 1981 with Forrest Mars Sr., the creator of M&M's. Marketing manager Lisa Vanderson explains.
Forrest Mars Sr. retired from the M&M Mars Company, moved out to Henderson, Nevada in search of just a leisurely lifestyle in retirement.
But Mars was apparently feeling restless.
He had one more endeavor he wanted to conquer, and he opened Ethel M. Chocolates in honor of his mother and the pieces that they made in their kitchen in Tacoma, Washington when he was a child. He said, I want to take my mother's recipes, there are 16 original recipes, I want to make them as high quality as possible and put them in a beautiful box for people to enjoy.
And that's Mother Ethel.
Ethel,
Ethel
yes.
M.
His mother Ethel.
So we can thank his appreciation of his mom and also Clark County's lax laws at the time for bringing us these wonderful flavors.
What would you like?
You know, I'm gonna have to go with the bourbon dark chocolate combination.
Good choice.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
All right, let's light that candle. All right, thank you, Vic.
You're very welcome, sir.
I appreciate it. And so this is probably what you think brought him here.
Legend says that he thought, again, that there were loose liquor laws here in Vegas, and he wanted somewhere where he could infuse liquor with chocolate.
All
so,
right.
yeah.
Here's to loose liquor laws.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
That was really nice. The bourbon, it's not too much, offset by the chocolate. That's special.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Another big attraction here is the famed 3-acre cactus garden, frequently lit up during the holidays.
Mars Sr. was an avid gardener, and so he started the cactus garden outside. There's actually a picture up front that shows in the beginning he was even selling small cacti for 15 cents.
But the focus here is, and really always has been, on making quality chocolates, as Ethel M. Chocolates right now is celebrating its 40th anniversary of being Nevada built.
This is what we call our classic collection. We put this in a round box sort of as an in honor to Hatbox Day.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, it looks like a hat box.
Right.
Yeah.
And then on the back you can see these are all the original recipes that he and his mother made when he was a child. This is actually the one that you tasted earlier that you saw being made today.
I think my education has to stop right here. I'm going to eat my way out of a job if I stay here too much longer.
I understand, trust me.
Oh man, this has been great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for the tour. Thank you for the history of Ethel M's. Yeah, and it's quite a great history there. Now, celebrating its 40th anniversary this year, FLM will have special events like tastings where they pair their chocolate with wine. Tastings, they are available in person or virtually if you like. And by the way, there is even a special Father's Day tasting that's going to be happening this weekend, pairing chocolate with beer. Yeah, we have that, pairing chocolate with beer. We're going to have more details at ktnv.com/positivelylv.
Welcome back to Positively Las Vegas. For more details on any of the stories you're watching today, visit our website, ktnv.com/positivelylv.
Well, it is National Flip-Flop Day, and so the popular summer shoe also can help the homeless as our temperatures rise. It is a story that is Positively Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Fashion Council, along with firefighters of the Southern Nevada Burn Foundation, they are collecting flip-flops, all to help the homeless avoid painful and also costly injuries.
The goal is to reduce pavement burns in our homeless community. Over the course of the last couple of years, we've learned that there's certain situations where they get burned, and because of their living situation, it requires longer stays in the hospital, which in turn incurs higher expenses that hospitals aren't able to recoup.
So far, the group has collected about 1,000 pairs. By the way, if you wish, you can still donate until Friday. There are drop-off locations at several fire stations and local businesses, including Samba Latte there in Summerlin, Wicked Donuts, and Mora Ice Creamery. We're going to post a full list on our website at ktnv.com. A jackpot alert here. A lucky man from Laredo, Texas, winning more than $138,000 at Harrah's on the Strip last night. The man was playing Pai Gow poker when he hit the jackpot. He was on vacation with his family, so the man now planning on paying off some debt, then enjoying the rest of the money. Congratulations.
One group's journey to free people jailed for life for nonviolent drug crimes got a big boost from a Las Vegas marijuana dispensary. Hardin Dispensary donated all the money they made on Juneteenth to the Buried Alive Project.
And 13 Action News reporter Sean Delancey joins us live right now from the newsroom to explain why this was a must for the company. Sean?
Yeah, Dave and Kalina, Hardin recognizes that there are people sitting in prison right now and may die there for selling the same product that currently sits on their shelves. They say that's not right, but they can at least try to help make it right.
This is the moment that makes it all worth it. People sentenced to life in prison, sentenced to die there for nonviolent drug offenses across the country, now freed and reuniting with their family. Freed with pro bono help from the Buried Alive Project and attorney Brittany K. Barnett.
The most grave impact of this utter failure of a war on drugs to me is the impact on people, human lives, real people. This isn't a joke.
Barnett has helped free more than 50 people who served more than a decade in jail for acts companies are now making millions of dollars doing. Summed up best in a quote from one of Barnett's clients, Pharrell Scott.
People are selling marijuana today and getting a life savings. I sold marijuana and got a life sentence.
That's exactly the reason that the Hardin Dispensary decided to help out.
It's initially the same transaction that we are doing today, they were doing. However, it costed them their life.
Hardin took an entire day's proceeds, just shy of 11 grand, and sent it to the Buried Alive Project.
Those who are in position and those who are, in powers of leadership, it's our responsibility.
Barnett says the cash won't change draconian pot laws still on the books, but it could help right decades-old wrongs now coming to light, because free legal aid doesn't come cheap.
And no, there's absolutely nothing more urgent than freedom.
If you want to help the Buried Alive Project in their mission, head on over to our website, ktnv.com, for more information. Sean Delancey, 13 Action News.
Welcome back to Positively Las Vegas. For more details on any of the stories you're watching today, visit our website, ktnv.com/positivelylv.
It's a space that Austin Powers would kind of vibe with. In this week's Veterans Voice, we take you inside the Shag Room at the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas.
And we introduce you to one Army veteran who played a big role in revamping the stylish property. Take a look.
The Shag Room is very interesting.
With its velvet decor, bold designs, and groovy fixtures, the Shag Room inside the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas has become somewhat of an ultra lounge.
There's not anything else in town that I can think of quite like this space.
The room pays homage to the famed Studio 54 without the over-the-top parties. Instead, it's a more refined experience with options for everyone, including business meetings, private events, and live entertainment.
We have a 4-piece jazz band that comes in every Saturday night, and they're spectacular. As you've probably seen in here, we have a DJ booth, so we bring in DJ talent. This room serves multiple purposes.
Chad Brown is the Vice President of Marketing for JC Hospitality, the owners and property managers of Virgin Hotel Las Vegas.
My role from day one was to work on the brand transition from Hard Rock Hotel over to Virgin Hotels Las Vegas.
But there's another part of his resume he's proud of.
My grandfather had served in World War II. My father served in Vietnam, so I figured it was my turn to serve my country.
Chad is an Army veteran, and when he joined the military, he wanted a job he would never be able to have in the civilian world.
I wanted a new experience because I knew when I got out I was going to go back to college. I was a gunner on an M1A1 battle tank, and my last 2 years I was on the Opposing Forces Unit National Training Center, training troops to deploy and training in foreign tactics and teaching them what they were going to go up against when they deployed. It was amazing.
Since then, he went from serving our country to pushing his way to the top of the marketing world, working with properties like Treasure Island, Bellagio, Mandalay Bay, and more, including Virgin Hotels Las Vegas.
We've got so much going on in 2021.
From big concerts and festivals, high-profile performers, pool parties, and more, Chad says he and his team are just getting started.
Just seems like every day there's something new and more to come for this property this year.
All right, if you have a veteran you'd like us to feature, just email us at veteransvoice@ktnv.com.
And welcome back. Pahrump is being put in the national spotlight. There is an HBO documentary series on news station KPVM.
I went to a buddy of mine. I told him I'm going to build a TV station in the middle of the desert. He said, "What are you thinking?"
I love doing the news. It's like an addiction.
The documentary is called Small Town News. It follows KPVM as it tries to break into the Las Vegas market. The documentary premieres on HBO Max on August 2nd.
They opened their doors in the middle of the pandemic, and now the only gay bar in the Arts District is ready for the return of nightlife.
As we continue to celebrate Pride Month and Bridging the Divide, 13 Action News reporter Alicia Patillo takes you inside the garden.
It's becoming one of the most popular bars here in the Arts District. The Garden even has their own colorful sidewalk. Come on in. Let me take you inside the Garden.
Cheers, you guys.
It's the first gay bar in the Arts District, Las Vegas.
We're a brand new concept for gay nightlife in Las Vegas. We offer signature cocktails. We offer an amazing drag brunch on Saturdays and Sundays.
1 year ago, the Garden opened in the height of the pandemic.
We were supposed to be scheduled to open March of last year. We were, not able to do that because of the shutdown. So the first 3 months of the shutdown were pretty stressful and were pretty scary. The only thing that got me through is knowing that I was not the only one going through it.
Despite the unexpected, owner Eduardo Cordova beat the odds and is now joining hundreds in welcoming nightlife back to Sin City.
Dare to be different.
Cordova dreamed of opening the Garden for 12 years, but finding the perfect location for the LGBTQ community was a challenge. He says luck led him to the Arts District.
Really blessed and lucky that I'm able to open an LGBT destination here in Las Vegas and offer another safe place for the LGBT community in Las Vegas.
Since reopening, safety protocols have changed.
Girls, boys, or aliens, whatever, just wash your hands.
Adjusting to CDC guidelines was a challenge, but says they are dedicated to providing customers with the safest service.
We followed CDC guidelines, so anybody that's vaccinated is not required to wear a mask, but if you're not vaccinated, you can wear a mask. So we still kept some of the hygiene standards that we learned from this pandemic, which are awesome.
While entertainment was a challenge during the pandemic, Cordova is happy to welcome back live performers.
Hi.
So what's next for the garden?
I'm excited to, be able to announce that I'm opening other concepts right here, walking distance, that we can create some synergy and a little bit of a neighborhood within the Arts District. So we're just really excited.
Keep up with the garden and all of their events on our website at ktnv.com. Happy Pride Month. Alicia Batillo, 13 Action News.
Look. The curtain is rising on the next season of the LV Philharmonic, and it's sure to be magnificent. Led by Donato Cabrera, musicians are tuning up for a triumphant return to the Smith Center this November. The orchestra will perform all 7 Beethoven symphonies, combined with contemporary works by female composers. Packages are on sale now. Hey, you! The Blue Man Group is back. Take your seats. The intermission is over for the award-winning show, celebrating a return to the Luxor stage this weekend. The one-of-a-kind production is full of music, laughter, and surprises. Sunday is National Bingo Day, and Arizona Charlie's is celebrating with special sessions and big payouts. Buy in at the Bingo Hall and receive a complimentary dauber while supplies last. Hit bingo on the National Bingo Ball I-27 and receive $500 of free slot play.
Bingo! For the full list, head to our website, ktnv.com. Have a great week.
Welcome back to Positively Las Vegas. For more details on any of the stories you're watching today, visit our website, ktnv.com/positivelylv.
Hip-hop stars will be taking over Las Vegas in the coming months ahead. J. Cole and also 21 Savage. They are going to perform at the MGM Grand Garden Arena on October 16th at 8 p.m. It is part of the off-season tour. Tickets, they're going to start just under $30. They're going to go on sale this Friday. And for more information, head on over to our website at ktnv.com. Also, by the way, Mr. Worldwide is bringing his I Feel Good tour right here to Las Vegas. Pitbull will perform at the Zappos Theaters at Planet Hollywood on September 18th. You can get pre-sale tickets Thursday morning. You got to use the code CRPitbull. Regular tickets, they will go on sale the following morning. They'll be taking their talents to Tokyo. Well, Vashti Cunningham, the daughter of former NFL quarterback Randall Cunningham, qualified for the Olympics in track and field. And 15-year-old Katie Grimes qualified for the swim team in the Olympics. She will be competing in the 800 free. Grimes raced for the Sandpipers team here in Las Vegas. Congratulations to both Olympians.
Getting more women into STEM, UNLV inviting dozens of middle and high school girls to a summer camp focused on engineering.
13 Action News anchor Rachel Moore live to explain how the camp aims to close the gender gap in STEM fields. Rachel?
Well, Dave, Kalina, over time, the demand for more STEM-trained employees has increased around the world as well as here in the Valley. But researchers at UNLV saw that there weren't a lot of students who were graduating with degrees in these fields. So they created a camp specifically for girls to close the gender gap, as STEM skills will become more crucial in jobs in the future.
Wasn't really in-depth thinking about it as a career, but now that I'm here, I think that it could possibly be something I could reach for in the future.
Considering a career in the science, technology, engineering, and math industry is exactly what professors at UNLV were on a mission to do for these high school girls. In the GUIC camp, dozens of girls are designing robotics and building intelligent transportation and energy systems.
It's been really fun. I've gotten to know a lot of amazing people.
Organizers say they wanted to create an all-girl environment when training these students. They say usually in STEM classes, girls can be at a disadvantage when mixed with boys, as boys tend to demand a more dominant role in the projects.
And they just say, okay, you just watch, and then we do it. I think this all girl groups, yeah, they can start to kind of like shining, because they actually can do this, and that they can do also a very excellent job.
Research says that girls perform just as well as boys on math and science tests in elementary and junior high. But in comparison to their male counterparts, girls participate less in advanced STEM courses as they get closer to college. Today, women continue to be underrepresented in science clubs, STEM competitions, and STEM careers nationwide. Even at UNLV, only 20% of female students are majoring in programs within the College of Engineering, which is on par with the nation's average. And it's why leaders at UNLV want to close that gender gap, as well as enhance the girls' self-confidence and sense of belonging in the STEM industry.
We want to make it a showcase in the future that we help the community grow with all the contributions that we can make.
And one of those contributions, the camp organizers paid close attention to recruiting girls from Title I schools, and those are schools who have students with lower economic backgrounds. And this is all part of UNLV building upon a better future for Las Vegas and Nevada. Reporting live, Rachel Moore, 13 Action News.
Today's Wednesday's child is a rambunctious 6.5-year-old with special needs.
Yeah, his name is Kyler. He's a handsome kid with a bright future. The sky's the limit if we can find the right adoptive home.
Where'd you find another ball? Throw.
We're at Sprout Social, an awesome place in the Southwest Valley that works with children who have learning delays. And our photographer is having trouble keeping up with 6.5-year-old Kyler, who can't seem to decide which fun thing to tackle next.
Yeah.
For what Kyler lacks in his talk, he makes up for in enthusiasm and energy.
And this is a new environment for him, so that's exciting and new, and just like a new kid at a new playground, you want to try and explore every area, so you'll see him being extremely busy, but I've seen him in his home, and he can just relax, he can kind of hang out. He has some favorite TV shows.
You think that'll fit?
Kyler is big for his age and still learning proper verbalization.
Here we go. Thanks for putting your shoes back on.
Which is why structured learning is so important.
He'll tell you what it is that he needs, and it's just taking time to pick up on his cues and learning what it is that he really wants. Structure is so important for Kyler. He's in a current routine where he knows what to expect almost every single hour of the day. And so if you were able to follow that routine, just at least at first, for the first couple of months, and then slowly transition it into a routine that works for your family, I think Kyler would do really well.
Beyond his robust play we saw during our visit, Becky says he can slow down to be very affectionate.
He will give great big hugs, he will give kisses, he loves to snuggle. His care provider calls him a snuggle bunny because he'll just snuggle right up, so he will definitely show love and affection.
With the right patience and care in a loving family, Kyler will blossom and grow.
Should be two parents and have a support system. Patient. They can have other children because he does like other children. Kyler can just bloom into a kid who is happy and loving, and that's what we want for these kids, is just to have this consistent love.
Kyler has extended family locally, and it would benefit him to be able to stay in touch with them. But if you'd like to get started with adopting this great kid, call the agency Raise the Future at 702-436-6335.
Thanks for watching Positively Las Vegas on your favorite streaming device. If you miss any part of this week's program, just hit the back button on your remote and scroll down until you see Positively Las Vegas, and you'll find every story we aired in this episode. Stay tuned for more from 13 Action News after the break, and check us out anytime here on KTNV Streaming, Las Vegas News on your time.